So, it's official. This is episode 1 of Dirty Little Details. Boom. I am here with my co-host and partner, Daym Drops. How's it going, man?
What's going on, man? You know what it is, baby.
It's so exciting. Excited.
We're living.
And you want to, we did the pilot.
Yes.
It's going to be up on iTunes. They're just clearing it out. It's going to be all set. And I think it should be up probably in like a day or two, but it's up. We do have it hosted. It's in my profile on Instagram at The Real Johnny Mac.
Okay.
You can listen to it, and I think you probably put it up on your page too.
Oh yeah,
right?
you know, official Daym Drops over there on Instagram. Got that action up there, but I'm gonna be dropping it all over the YouTube. And, you know, so that way my people that follow me on YouTube can get that instant access to hot fire.
Well, finally, this one we're gonna have the video, so this one can go up on YouTube, which is great. You know, last time we didn't have the technology. Ryan was on vacation in Bali, you know. So
Ryan be doing whatever Ryan wants to do.
I know, he's like Carmen Sandiego. No one ever knows where Ryan is.
Ryan, that's how you feeling, yo? But while we're at it, we definitely got to plug Dirty Little Details podcast on YouTube. And I have the link going up so individuals can actually subscribe directly to it as well.
Absolutely. Also on Instagram at Dirty Little Details. Also, really quick for one of our sponsors, check out at Watch My Diamonds on Instagram. They have everything from engagement rings, chains. I'm wearing this 30 karat diamond Rolex that I bought from them. Daym will be wearing something next week. So check it out at Watch My Diamonds on Instagram, and also at Promotronics. If you're looking to start your own business website, branding, advertising, they have everything. So at Promotronics on Instagram, check them out as well. So let's get this going.
Yeah, man. Let me talk about it right now, bro.
Let's go.
Because we're always going to put something out there for the people to get back to us, to let us know their thoughts on our wild questions, right?
Yeah, and remember, this is all fueled by all of our fans and followers.
Yes.
Anything that people write in or message us about, we're going to be talking about.
We're on it.
And we want dirt.
Extra dirt.
Extra dirt.
Extra nasty.
Extra nasty. So you start off. What are we talking about?
We're going right back into relationships.
All right, let's go.
At the end of the day, that's what individuals want to know about. They want to know specific questions they need the answers to. And they're like, well, hey, listen, why do men and women cheat?
Oh,
I mean, where's your mind at with that one?
You know something? I got a lot. Let's start with women. Because you want to know, women always call men scumbags.
All the time.
We're the cheating whores, and you know, we're the ones that go out there. But you know, naturally in the wild, men were meant to be hunters. But now it's changed. The game has changed.
The ladies.
The women are the hunters.
They're on it.
They're coming down, like I said in my last episode, they got a mask full of makeup on, like Braveheart, running down, you know, the hill with the skirt on,
right?
You know what I'm saying? With their kilt, looking for their next prey, you know? And I think that since women have been so much more aggressive over the last 10, 15, 20 years, that women are more prone to cheat now, or just as much so as men.
If not more so.
If not more so.
Here's the crazy thing about it. They won't even get dialed up. Not all of them. Not all of them. That librarian that you wouldn't think twice about got about 5 dudes and 2 women on the side. About 5 and 2.
You know, I believe that. And it's also, us men as a species are, you know, very, very interesting creatures. We can have somebody beautiful at home, but some, you know, we could have a 9 or a 10 at home, and a 4 or 5 girl will reach out to us and show some interest. We're like,
hey girl, what you doing?
Oh my God, let me reach this. You know, and you're at dinner with your girl and you're trying to, how's your food? Yep. Yeah. And then you're trying to get, while your girl goes off to the bathroom, you're trying to take a picture. Look at, taking,
let me send that.
Eating tacos. What do you think?
Is it how we think through the course of the day? Like, not so much can we have him, her, them, whatever the case may be, but to keep ourselves interested in our current situation, we make sure that we don't have any downtime. Is that where the cheat comes in? Is that where, okay, you know, I have to talk to 2 or 3 to keep the conversation going, because this conversation here might have died because you got comfortable.
Correct.
You got comfortable in this relationship. We're 10 years in. You got comfortable. You're like, oh, I'm okay with watching TV and not saying a word to you. So while you're not saying a word to me, I'm like, damn, I try to strike up a conversation. You let it die. You prefer to watch some documentary. So I'm over here with it. I'm over here with it, because this one up over here, this 4-piece, this 5-piece, is like, hey, daddy, what you doing? I'm watching a documentary, girl. What you doing?
Yeah, exactly. This is why your significant other isn't paying attention to you.
Not paying attention. Right there.
It's attraction, attention, sexuality. Now, we're going to try to tell you things that are going to give you a healthy relationship in the long run, but we're going to tell you pretty much what's going on there in culture. And people aren't stupid. They know what's going on.
Facts.
But, we're both over 40. We've both been around the block. I think it's hysterical that these people in their early 20s are trying to preach to us that they got the whole world figured out.
Already.
It's a fucking joke. It's all engineered. We've lived through it. We've lived through the pain. We've lived through divorce. We've paid child support and alimony. And you want to know, it's brutal.
Yes, it is.
It's brutal.
Yes. You know what bothers me? Now, I paid, and this is back in the days too, when I was paying child support, but I was paying plenty. I didn't mind paying plenty because that was my daughter. And that's my child. That's my seed right there. I don't, judge, hit me with whatever. I'm going to take care of my baby regardless. But when those dudes only have to pay $20 a week and have a problem paying the $20 a week, but you can go out and buy some weed, you all the way a deadbeat baby daddy. You all the way a deadbeat. All the way.
Pay your child support. Make sure your bills are up to date. Take care of your kids.
My goodness.
So that's the biggest thing is I think that women are more prone to cheating because they get more attention than men do. Naturally, men are hunters, so they're going to be sliding into the DMs. So, my girlfriend is a beautiful girl. I see her DMs get blown up on the daily. It's 10, 15, 20 DMs a day. It could be everything from like a 68-year-old dude trying to be your sugar daddy all the way down to a 19-year-old kid who just realized he got hair on his dick a couple years, trying to go out and get some pussy.
True. Let's keep this real. When you see her getting all those DMs, do you feel a need to go through those DMs?
Nope.
Or do you just trust her and be like, do you?
Just trust her. Just trust her. I go downstairs, I do some crunches. I make sure, because she's young and gorgeous, so I got to make sure I stay in,
So you make sure that she ain't sliding. You making sure you keeping it tight for her.
Oh, keeping it tight.
Everything that she got from you from day one, that's what you're going to keep providing.
You got to do it. And it's still really new, but you have to keep up with it. True. And a lot of people don't realize that because there's always a younger, newer model out there trying to take your place.
Yep. Each and every time. And I think that's the biggest thing for individuals. If you want, not to say to stop the cheating from happening, but if you want to make sure that you are keeping your partner satisfied, what you did to get him, what you did to get her in the beginning, you have to keep that up for a long period of time. You can't let that slide. The moment you let it slide, they're going to mention it. It's going to come out in a regular conversation. You're just sitting there, maybe on a drive, maybe sitting on the couch, maybe laying in bed, whatever the case may be. And it's like, hey, listen, this is what you used to do in the beginning. It doesn't seem like you care as much anymore. That's a warning.
Yeah.
That's a warning. That warning shot just went up.
Yeah.
Right?
And you want to know the person not paying attention, staring off into fucking space. They got a 10 sitting next to them. They got a 3 messaging them, just hoping to get their dick somewhere during the week, trying to figure out how to like commingle it or, try to get an entanglement in between, jobs or, going to some kind of side hustle or whatever you're doing. And it consumes your whole life. Now your attention's on a 3 instead of a 10. But let's look at our social media and see some stuff because girls do not hold back.
No, at all. Now listen.
So let's see what
we're right into
why do women cheat. And what I'm getting a lot is bad sex. I think that women over the last 30 years have spoken up more about being not pleased sexually than ever before.
Right. True.
Everybody used to think of, hey, it's a man's world. That is not the case. It is 50-50. Actually, I think women actually own 51% of the world now.
51, 49?
51, which is a controlling stake.
All right.
And it's usually sex. And that's an interesting one because in a relationship, people's preferences change. Now, first of all, attraction, attention, and sexuality. In the very beginning, you're beating those cheeks 3, 4, 5 times, 8 times a week.
Yes.
And then have you ever heard of these relationships that are 2, 3 years and they don't have sex anymore? They're like, oh, we had sex once this week. But the fucking dude is jerking off 6 times a week.
Yeah.
There's something wrong. And that happens. There's not one guy out there that can look at this podcast right now and say, hey, listen, I've been with my girl for 2 years and I don't, and I don't jerk off 2 or 3 times a week. It's inevitable.
True.
Because your preferences change. You're into different things. And if your partner does not want to move with what your preferences are, they're going to find somebody to do that.
See, here's what's crazy about that, right? And this is how I look at it. And I hope individuals could actually understand where I'm coming from. let's say, for instance, you work for a restaurant. It's not your restaurant, but you kind of work for the restaurant. You're there, you're doing your day to day, you're eating the food. Eventually, you done ate everything that's on the menu. You no longer want to eat there anymore. So you go somewhere else for lunch, you go somewhere else for dinner, and then you come back to work. That's the relationship. Yeah. Your relationship is that restaurant. So you're sitting there with the same person, you're having the sex, and if that sex starts getting a little too familiar, you're like, hey, we can either try something else, but if he or she is not willing to try something else, they're not willing to change the menu, you're going to go elsewhere.
Yeah. I mean, if you ate Captain Crunch every day for the rest of your fucking life, you'd be miserable.
Don't know
so why do you think they make
Crunch.
Captain Crunch with crunch berries and peanut butter Captain Crunch?
Put it all in the bowl?
Put it all in the bowl. And you want to mix it up, whether it be toys or, bringing, what's the new thing nowadays? Almost everybody is so open-minded to bring somebody else into the bedroom.
Talk about it, Jay. Talk about it.
Why not? If you are at that point where you're ready to cheat, just be honest with your partner and say, hey, listen, I really want to fuck your friend in front of you, but I love you more than anything. I bet you 8 out of 10 girls would say yes.
You say 8 out of 10?
I would probably say 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna go with 6 out of 10. This is why I'm gonna say 6 out of 10, right? For a lot of women, their 20s looks much different than their 40s. Their 40s looks different than their 60s, right? When they were ready to play, when they were ready to have all the fun under the sun, they were more open to play with multiple partners. As they start getting older and start kind of either conforming or getting really comfortable, they're like, listen, what else can you provide for me? But they're not willing, no, I won't say they as in all, but most are not willing to learn the new tricks. They're good. They're good with where they're at, right? But the thing is, all the new tricks will happen the moment they step away into a new relationship. Everything that they gave you when you were with them for 10 years, that's where they stopped. They hit that wall.
Oh, they won't do sex swings. They won't put a butt plug in. They,
but the moment that relationship's over,
that
new
DM
dude is getting all it.
New DM?
New
Oh,
dude,
absolutely.
yes.
He's going to get like 8 butt plugs in her ass.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Sex swing. You know what I'm saying? All sorts of weird, like heating up KY lube and shit like that. And you'll find out about it.
Because we all do it. We all do it.
Yeah.
Don't say you don't do it.
And then you know what they say? The communication was bad. I couldn't talk to you.
You see them on social media living their best new life, all right? And then the dude that they might be with might just happen to be a friend of a friend, 6 degrees of separation. You end up seeing a post, and they're heading to the next little sex party. You'd be like, you wouldn't go to a sex party with me. You going to a sex party with new dude? And she's like, well, it's because it's new dude.
It's always a friend of a friend.
Always a friend.
Always when there's cheating going on, it's always a friend of a friend. It's like 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. Yes. You know why they picked Kevin Bacon? Because Bacon is like the cock. Oh. Seriously.
Oh, I didn't peep that.
Right? You're basically 6 degrees.
Yeah.
You met of a friend of a friend. It always is. Seriously.
You're connected.
You're connected.
You're already connected to a problem without even knowing it was a problem. It just happens when your relationship goes to shit.
You ever see that picture of Jennifer Lopez, Mark Anthony, and A-Rod? Where they're like arms around him. He's like, yeah, this is the guy he said not to worry about.
Damn, I didn't see that. But that's the reality, though, right?
It's the truth. It's really, really the truth.
Here's another thing, too, real quick, when we were talking about it. A lot were saying they feel underappreciated, hence the reason the cheating happens. Hence the reason having to step out, because you no longer appreciate me after everything that I've done. I'm sitting here raising your kids, the kids we had together, but they're going to hit you with raising. I'm raising your kids. I'm cleaning the house. This is after I've been working 8, 12, 15 hours, whatever the case may be. You're not helping the way you used to help. Where's my appreciation?
Well, you always have to make your significant other feel important. Whether it's when you go into a Shell station and you buy him his favorite Gatorade, or you buy her, Reese's cups because that's what she loves. It's the smallest intrinsic thing that makes somebody feel so appreciated. You don't have to go out and buy a girlfriend a Louis Vuitton bag to make them feel loved.
Right.
But if you bring them home $5 flowers and say, listen, I know I've been a little negligent. I love you. Can we just, let me make you some dinner. Here's some flowers. Let's watch a movie. That speaks volumes.
That's everything right there, right?
A big white elephant in the corner, and a lot of girls don't know, is it's always girls looking for the come up too. They may think a guy has a little bit more money, nicer home. And I'm going to illuminate reality for all these girls out there. If you have a guy that makes, call it about 100 grand a year, and you have a guy that makes 400 grand a year or 500 grand a year, your life is really not changing that much.
Right.
It really is not. Until you make into the mega millions, and I've made 100 grand and I've made millions. Your life is not changing that much. So they think, well, maybe his house is a little bigger and, and he has a Ferrari instead of a BMW. And these girls are always looking that like their life's going to be one next Instagram post. Girls, don't chase that.
Stop that.
Stop it. It's not worth it.
No.
Really. You know what I'm saying? If you think one guy's cock is going to taste different with $100,000 net worth than a $6 million net worth, they both fucking taste the same, But so what are some other things you got?
I mean, folks are going pretty hard right now. And this is because of not being shown the right amount of attention they truly believe that they actually deserve, because of not being heard about, or the needs are being unfulfilled. And we have a couple that said everybody cheats, so it really doesn't make a difference. That's kind of crazy.
You know what? I think everybody cheats until they actually fall in love with somebody that they're like, what? Enough is enough. It doesn't get any better than this. And then I think somebody draws a line.
Here's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
And I like where you're going with that. But some folks say once a cheater, always a cheater. Okay, so you get caught. You can actually recall the days of actually getting caught, right?
Oh.
However, did getting caught stop you from stepping out again?
Not until recently.
Okay.
Not until recently, where my ex, it was such a bad breakup. And I cheated on her. Absolutely. I had cheated on everybody up until this one. I'll never cheat on this one. I gave her my promise. And I know everybody says, oh, you're full of shit. No, this is it. This is it. I've hung up my cheating jersey. It's over. It is hung up and gone.
Okay.
But you're kind of always out there saying, hey, what if? Because sometimes that person is missing that one intrinsic detail. And I know that you've had your situations, your weak moments, but I was always still out there partner searching. I always said, well, maybe it could be better. Maybe it could be better. Maybe it could be better. And it's a selfish thing. And I think it comes with maturity. Once you stop being selfish, then obviously you start investing in your partner again and it gets better.
When do you think comes that point where you're just about to step out, right? But you want to give it one more chance? What do you think that one more chance is for a lot of people that they're looking for in hopes their relationship has that turning point so they don't have to say, you know what, this ain't going to work. We need to go our separate ways. But what is that one more thing that you think people are truly searching for to give their relationship another shot before they step out?
For women, I think that the woman who was always against toys, lingerie, new sexual things in the bedroom, all of a sudden they come home with a butt plug in their ass, wearing some stuff from, Fredericks of Hollywood. Is that fucking place even around still? Fredericks of Hollywood, looking good, smelling good, hair done, dinner done, for a night of romance. The guy that shrugs her off is as good as dead. Seriously, because she's going to go out and get some dick immediately. Right. And she probably already has a dick in the wings.
Yeah, how do you have a dick in waiting?
Yeah, there is a dick in waiting.
That DIW was crazy.
Because you want to know, I've always been that dick in waiting. You know what I'm saying? For a while there, I was the professional cheat on your husband.
Come see me, baby.
Yeah, just call John. You know what I'm saying? Professional cheat on your husband. Yeah, and it was interesting because we would start talking. And then what would happen was we would get to a point and they're like, yeah, I just don't know if I'm ready to do this. And you say, okay, it's fine. Then all of a sudden, all right, I'm ready. For what would you say the last thing is for a man, what a man tries with a woman before he cheats?
That last thing that he tries is to actually pay more attention to her. The moment you stop paying attention to your woman, that's the moment everything just kind of goes left. When you're paying attention, 1000%. That means you've noticed when she just got a hair color and it might have been slight, might have been a little blonde highlight, a reddish brown highlight, but you've noticed it. You've noticed when she actually got a haircut. You notice when she stopped wearing a particular type of shoe and kind of changed over to a flat. You notice when her outfits even began to change, her attire, her appearance, her overall. Did she stop wearing makeup all of a sudden? Like the little things you start to notice, and you compliment her. You compliment her on that before she leaves. You compliment her on that when she's coming back, right? That's that double compliment for the day. And if you think 2 compliments is too much, then get ready for it to be over.
And women are the Navy SEALs of cheaters. Us men are fucking sloppy.
So sloppy.
So sloppy.
So sloppy.
Women are like fucking, you would never know. Women be like, hey, listen, I'm going out and get milk. And she get dicked down by 3 dudes. Seriously. In the space. And she will come up with some, oh, well, you know, the tire blew and I didn't know how to change it. So a guy came and then you want to know what? Then I realized that the tire was just flat. It didn't blew. So then they filled it up with air. Meanwhile, she's getting dicked the whole time.
She's getting all type of backseat dick.
Dudes are stupid. We'll leave receipts in the backseat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just do the stupidest shit.
Your girl got short hair. You're coming home with long hairs on you, still attached to your sweater. You're like, damn, I didn't mean to get that off. But she's going to peep it. The moment you sit down, you hit it with that kiss. She's like, and what bitch is this right here?
Oh, you're getting fucked up.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're getting fucked up. And you want to, you lean over to kiss her and she grabs it and she's like, you don't smell different.
Yeah.
You smell different.
Yeah.
I was using a lot of hand sanitizer before it was even a thing because I would do the hand sanitizer pat down. Because when you're with another girl and you're leaning on her, it's impossible to not get your scent.
It's on you, right?
It's on you. So the hand sanitizer,
boom.
You know? Or if you get really desperate, really desperate.
He's giving you jewels right now. You get
and this is always good because it's always open coffee.
Coffee.
Get nice coffee. You stick your hand in the iced coffee and you put it in. It's shameful, but so is cheating. And you rub the iced coffee on you just gently. Because you ever go into Dunkin' Donuts and you realize, even Ryan's cracking up on this one, and you basically rub coffee on you because then you just smell kind of fucking fucked up like coffee and be like, oh, I just had a coffee in my car. I don't know. You know?
Let's give out some more free game. Free game. Like, don't listen, but listen and pay attention because we're trying to help you save your relationship.
We're trying to show you both sides of it, how to save it and how to destroy it.
If you go over baby girl's house, you never ever use her products when cleaning up. When it's all said and done and it's over, you make sure that the shit you have at home is at baby girl house as well. That way you smell the same when you're washing yourself up. Because your girl is going to go down and check. And when she does the dick check and you're smelling like another bitch's house, it's already over. You already got a problem. You have to smell like home when you come back home.
Yeah, and you want to know, don't go shaving your nuts. Like, for example, if you don't typically shave your nuts.
Don't do that.
Don't fucking do it. Because I'll never forget. I shaved my nuts going out there on the prowl. And then basically I came home. My girl was like, uh-oh, you shaved your fucking balls. I'm like, trying to groom it up there.
Right.
I'm trying to groom it up there.
For you, baby. It's all for you.
Let me see your fucking phone. Damn. The nuts gave it away. And you want to know, I didn't even do anything that night, but I was out on the prowl.
Yeah, you were nut ready.
Trimmed it up.
You were nut ready.
Yeah, you were nut ready. And you know, you always got something good, bad on your phone for the most part.
Yeah.
That's why. Don't even flirt nowadays. No. It is the greatest feeling in the world. And that's another thing is when you're cheating or creeping, you can't even leave your phone out. Nowadays, it's the greatest thing. I could leave my phone out.
Feels good,
I don't have to turn off notifications. I could leave it open. She can go through it. I don't have nothing. Before, oh my God.
Flip a phone over. I was phone over king.
I put the lemon on it, and then I put this little thing to see if the fucking someone moved the shit.
Moved it, exactly, right?
Yeah. No, nowadays I can leave that shit open. Another one that these girls did is, they said I cheated on him because he had a little cock.
Oh,
girls, don't even sign up for that shit.
No.
If he has a little cock, and listen, I'm blessed. I'm sure you are. Are you blessed?
I do what I gotta do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
If he has a little cock, don't even get involved with the guy. Okay? If you need a fucking 8-inch, 10-inch fucking monster to satisfy you, and the guy's coming in 2.5 inches, don't do it.
Although he might be a dragon tongue monster beast dawn. I mean, if you can eat the pussy real good, she's not always going to be worrying about that cock game.
Well, if you're not eating it, she's cheating.
Yeah. If you're not eating the Scooby snacks and you bring it home little dick, yeah, she cheating, dog. She all the way cheating.
And nowadays, the new thing is you got to eat ass.
Yeah. Whoa.
Do you know my girlfriend? She gets pissed off if I don't eat her ass. If I don't eat her ass,
like, are you talking about the full booty spread tongue in the ass?
Yes.
Or are you just talking about I'm already down there licking the pussy and my tongue slipped past that and got an ass?
Yeah. No.
You talking about full cheeks,
full cheeks.
Ryan, word.
Yeah.
Ryan, you be eating ass?
Yeah. You got to do it. That's like a prerequisite nowadays. Nowadays, because before like all this internet porn, 25 years ago when we were teenagers, a girl could get away without sucking dick. You get a good hand job or something like that. Nowadays, it's like they got to check off all the boxes. So let's see.
And
We'll
last
talk
time,
about
well, that is
relationships
crazy.
being over. How do you move on
It's
after
hard,
a relationship?
Man. It's hard to move on based on you always remembering the good times without thinking about the bad times. And you think about it more so when the relationship is over, because maybe you're a control freak. You no longer control the situation. You want it back even more. You can't move on from that because you're spending nothing but days on end all through her social media, dog.
Yeah. Well,
you
wanna,
are right there.
When you look through your camera roll, you don't post pictures of you fighting. You know, you don't have pictures of you fighting and stuff. No. It's all like, you know, cute things with like the, you know, the pumpkin patch, or, you know, that you're holidays and, you know, with the turkey leg and all sorts of weird shit. But no one posts his pictures or records a fucking argument. No one does.
No one does.
You know, and I think it's funny because men are always pretend they're okay, but they're hot messes
All the time.
And women either do one of two things. They follow you around like you have a fucking felony, or the next post, it could be a month later, they've lost 15 pounds. They have a new degree. They have 2 new jobs and gotten, a promotion, and they have a new makeup line out. Women are the most resilient fucking creatures I have ever seen.
Bounce back game so proper.
Yeah.
And trust and believe that post is going to say, you know, if you knew better, you should have did better. And that's exactly what she did. And I'm better off without him. And she puts up him, and you know that's you. You know that him is you.
It's you. You know,
and that right there, that's what fucks you up.
Yeah. No, and it's true. Like they'll have those subliminal messages for months. You know, taking out the trash.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know you're the trash.
Oh yeah,
you are the trash.
And you want to know that kind of like, you know, and guys be all funny like, look at this fucking bitch. She thinks she's so funny. And then you want to know at 1 a.m, you're like, am I really that bad? Let me try to get in this girl's DM to see if she's gonna want to talk to me. I want to make sure I'm not trash. Hey, do you think I'm trash? No? Okay.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm back again.
I can talk to you. I'm back in the game, you know?
But you still want her. You want your ex. You want that back again.
Yeah.
And sometimes everything is just too late.
You know, a lot of times my current girlfriend and I have the best communication ever. And I can best take a relationship that it's like a piece of paper. It's nice and crisp. The more bad things you do to it, you kind of crinkle a little bit. And after you kind of cheat, you crinkle it. If you lie, you crinkle it. And now, don't get me wrong, you could smooth it out. You could put it in between 2 pieces of wood, in between 2 books. But you notice it's never perfect again.
It's never going to be perfect again. Never going to be the same again, ever.
No.
Ever. And it's weak. You've weakened it.
Yep.
Right?
How I met my current girlfriend, we actually got together and recorded some content just as friends, but we were so honest with each other with the content that usually a lot of times people put on the mask, you know, this big facade. This is who I am, and I'm full of shit.
Right.
You know, and usually people aren't honest. What would you say?
I think individuals, they always love to sell themselves, right? They always feel they have to sell the best half of who they are. And whether that's reality or what they believe you want their reality to be, that's all they're ever going to give you. So that's what you buy into, because nobody's going to meet you day one and say, hey, listen, this is everything that's fucked up about me. Take me as I am. No, this is, I was in a terrible relationship. He or she just didn't understand me. They didn't care. They were never, ever there. And I wanted to be there for them. I wanted to give them the very best. I wanted to always take care of them, right? That's what they're going to sell you on. So then you start believing, well, maybe you're here to actually take care of me. Maybe you're going to give me your very best. That is the lie that you're going to get from day one, because 6 months down the road, you're going to get something else. A year down the road, you're definitely going to get something else. 3 years down the road, you're wondering, what did I sign up for?
Have you ever lied about something about yourself to get the pussy?
Yes, I have.
What was it?
Oh my goodness!
I got a good one.
Look, when you want the pussy that bad, you be like, you know what? Nobody's ever going to understand you the way that I understand you. You know what I'm saying? I want to be there for you. I want to be everything for you. I never want to see you struggle. I never want to see you suffer. I'm not going to be the individual that's ever going to make you cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me hold you, because it looks like you've been through some shit. I want to take you from up out of that moment. She's like, oh, really? You serious? Like, I'm beyond serious. I'm here right now, ain't I? We're in the moment, and I'm trying to share every moment with you. That's why I'm in your space.
Mine was a bad one. I changed religions.
Yeah, you serious?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. We're up kind of high right here in my new place. Yeah, no, I did. You want to know what my ex-wife, who's a great woman, you know, I was raised Catholic, and she's like, well, I'm Christian. So I'm like, oh, same fucking thing, you know? And she's like, no, it's very different. And so when we got serious, she's like, the only way this can go any further, you said you really don't care. You got to be Christian. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I went and got rebaptized and the whole thing and embraced the new church.
And you were going with her and everything?
And I've always loved God. So, I mean, you know, so yeah, I mean.
That's interesting, bro.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
When you love somebody, you do whatever you got to do.
Right.
I mean, I've seen some other crazy shit, you know, but I mean, that was my.
That's going to definitely be up there.
Yeah.
I mean, most individuals believe that they could buy their way into the pussy, right? But if you have nothing else to offer, like we have no conversation, we really have nothing in common, but I have money to throw, so I'm going to just throw money at you, but you got to throw that pussy back.
That works for some guys.
It does work.
Yeah.
It does work.
It's like, hey, listen, I'll get you a bag and you suck me off.
Pass the pussy.
Pass it over.
Pass the pussy.
Well, I think that girls out there who are disenchanted by dating should do that. I think that girls who had a difficult relationship, they were treated like shit, they were ignored, no attention, horrible sex, go out there and get paid for your pussy. Seriously.
Isn't that what OnlyFans is all about?
Yeah, in so many words. But why are you doing it for $10.95 when you can get the right guy? When you could sleep with the guy and get $2,000 bag.
True.
Because you know that motherfucker that cheated on you took you out for a Big Mac.
Yeah.
A Big Mac.
Maybe not even the full Big Mac. Maybe a little kids meal.
Not even extra value.
You might have got the kids
you get the
meal.
Mighty Kids meal.
Yeah. You know what? Bitch, calm down. Get these small fries. Get this little diet water.
And he probably had a small fry.
Yeah. These nuggets right here, and then come get this dick.
Right.
And that's what it was.
And for guys say, hey, listen, go out there and fuck everything. No. You know, you got to really be calculated about this, because if you go out there and you're on the prowl and you grab the lowest hanging fruit, okay, the lowest hanging fruit,
right?
You know, in like the whole fruit world, like if you go after the fucking cantaloupe, like no one wants cantaloupe.
Damn.
Seriously, everybody wants the strawberry, the fucking mango, the kiwi. You go after low hanging fruit like cantaloupe, and you fuck that ugly bitch to get a nut off. She's gonna tell all her friends. And you want to know what? And you know what's going to happen, guys. Listen, follow me on this. You're going to go out there and you get the cantaloupe, and the cantaloupe is typically like a 4 or a 5. Now, you know, any guy doesn't want to settle for anything less than 8.
Okay,
8 and above are like, you know, wifey materials, we'll call it. You know, when you're fucking that 5, when your last girlfriend was a 7, 8, or 9. You know, it's usually after a night out of drinking. You're all pissed off, and then your shit ain't working, and it's kind of used. You ever like have sex with somebody the first time, and you're trying to like fucking hook up with them, and you're like kissing them, and you're like trying to hold yourself up.
You're giving nothing but floppy dick.
Yeah, no, and you're like pulling their hair out, and then you're trying to put your shit in. You're like, oh, give me a minute.
Slapping out. I got to slap on the ass cheeks.
Yeah, and she's like,
got to slap.
And she starts looking at you like this, like. And then you're just like this, and she's getting angry. She's like, you're pulling my hair, and you're like, just give me a minute. If I do this, I'm gonna feel better. And then you finally start hitting her with the short stack, and you're like, and she's looking at you like this.
No, but hold on, B. I mean, you know what? To avoid
and you
all that.
know what's crazy is the motherfucking dude's gonna ghost her afterwards.
Well, yeah. Once you bust that nut, like you're done.
You're like, you're done. And she's like, yeah, okay. That's the bitch you send flowers, because you want to quarantine that shit off.
Right.
Seriously, because if you went out and you did that, okay, she's definitely going to go and call your ex-girlfriend and be like, you know, your ex-boyfriend's a piece of shit. He fucked me and he hit me with his little dick. And then they're going to have this little dick club.
And they're going to be best friends.
They're going to be best friends. My thing is, that'll be like when your ex has a baby, that'll be like the godmother.
Dig. When you are slapping that ass, fellas, when you cannot get erect to full potential to handle that business, and you just pop it in her mouth like a Tic Tac.
Yeah.
Like if she ain't willing to sit there and suck the dick, you know what I'm saying? For the full erection, yo.
Make sure you're standing up.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? You ever never been in the mood? It doesn't matter. I don't care if you're so big. That motherfucker is flopping. You know, she's like a robin in a night crawler. She getting nothing done. And you're like talking to yourself. She's looking up at you like, is this okay? Like, what the fuck, motherfucker?
Yeah.
You shaking your heart or what?
Nothing.
Nope. And all this shit out there, people talk about their crazy sexual endeavors like they're fucking Superman. It's full of shit.
It's all shit.
It's full of shit.
But it's a great story. It's a fucking amazing story. But at the end of the day,
why do you think fairy tales are so great?
If you were flying that wall, the reality is somebody was struggling. Whether it was him, whether it was her, somebody was fucking struggling.
You're right.
The sex wasn't at 98% capacity of greatness. No. That shit might have been hitting at 73.
And then you got to duck that bitch.
And
then you got to duck that guy. And that's really bad when you come out. When you get out into the single world, give yourself like 30, 60 days to become desirable. Desirable.
Cleanse yourself?
Cleanse yourself. Go out there, lose a few pounds, improve your lifestyle, work a little bit harder, shake off the cobwebs. Don't go to try to fuck everything that you possibly can. Seriously.
If my marriage ends, I'm fucking everything moving. All the ladies moving are getting dick down. That's how it's going down. I told myself, if this marriage doesn't work, this is round 2, right? I don't want 3 strikes, you're out. I'm not going to get married again.
Yeah.
Like if this marriage doesn't work, it just wasn't meant to work. I always take care of my kids. My kids are going to be set. And because that means I have 2 different baby mamas, they're also set because I feel like this as a man, right? You have kids with a woman, you don't let that woman fall or fail because that's what your kids see. A lot of dudes are like, nah, we keep that separate. I just take care of my kids. Fuck her. No, I mean my ex-wife and my current wife. If we're all no happily ever after, my kids are set and they're set as well. That's just how I am. That's how I was raised. Right? Fuck it. However, the ladies don't get nothing. You get no nice guy out of me. You get nothing. I will show up and my dick will throw up.
Now, question: have you ever faked an orgasm?
Yes, I have.
Yeah?
Yes, I have.
I have too.
Yes, the fuck I have, bro. I have no problem doing so. Listen.
How do you do it though?
Oh, it's real quick. When the shit is going too long.
It's very difficult because, I always look at your thug life.
Yeah, I go hard with posts.
Yeah, and basically you just say empty the clip.
Empty the
so
motherfucking
you just pretend
clip.
like you're emptying the clip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not all women can actually feel when you're coming. Some like they ask when it's over, did you come? Did I make you come? Yeah, you did. No, you didn't. No, you should have felt that. Because what's happening is you're going to get that throb. You're going to feel that pulse. You're going to get the strokes. The strokes are going to change right before you bust. Right before the grand finale, the dick will change to let you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's really, a boring fuck.
Tight, yeah.
I've actually had a boring fuck where it just like out. The nut just came out like just, what the fuck was that? I laid there like, what the fuck was that, yo?
You ever have that chick who's like fucking Sherlock Holmes? Right after you say you came, you stand up and like on the low, she's like... and it's dark in the room. She's like... She's trying to fucking see if like you nutted at her.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like I just don't come a lot.
Look, man, when it's going too long, look, I'm not marathon man. I used to be marathon man when I had a point to prove in my 20s.
Yeah.
I'm 40. I'm 40 plus club. I no longer have nothing to prove. I gave all that I was going to give back then. Now you're going to get what I can give you. I mean, unless, I have to take a little happy pill, or if I'm mixing, some alcohol with like a Bang energy drink and I could just kind of keep going for the extra 7 seconds.
Yeah. See, I don't drink. When I know I'm going to have sex, I don't go out and drink.
You don't drink nothing?
Because you're just going to get nothing but a bad performance. You're not going to get a Grammy award. I mean, not an Emmy or an Oscar or whatever.
Rival.
Like, so what I do is I go and drink pineapple juice all night long. Oh. Because also pineapple juice makes it taste delicious.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
A little extra loving on that.
A little extra loving. But anyways, as far as faking an orgasm, sometimes you just got to come up with a good excuse, because like I'm holding on to the side of the bed and I'm fucking, I can't get it going.
Nothing.
And I'm just like, and after a while, for the first 5 or 6 minutes, she's like, "Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby," and then all of a sudden you're ready, and she looks at you. Are you gonna fucking come? Starts looking at her fucking watch and shit like that. Starts scrolling through fucking Instagram. Grab her phone. And it's just, and they just kind of like looking at you like, "Is there something wrong?" It's like, "Shut up! Just fucking,
let me focus."
Just don't talk about the Smurfs.
How many times you had to think about another woman while fucking just to bust a nut? Talk about it. I mean, we're here. We're
talking about girls from high school and shit. All of a sudden,
it fucking happens.
You start flipping through the catalog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that mental Rolodex is crazy.
The Rolodex is crazy.
It is crazy.
And you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out.
Just to bust a nut, I go elsewhere sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, when I had to.
Yeah, and isn't it weird? Maybe you'll figure out a porn scene you watched when you were like 19.
Yes.
And that does it. You're like, oh.
You're like, that did it for me.
Yes. You're like, oh, great.
Oh, my God,
you're like, let me look that motherfucker up. And then you know we're fucked up. Then we're going through the porn site looking for that. Oh, we found that.
Do you clean her up afterward?
Always.
Always. Warm rag action?
Always.
You got that on deck?
Always.
Word.
Always.
I like that.
You got it. You can't treat him like a whore.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? They just watch you sweating and fucking beating off on you for like the last 16 minutes. You know?
Mama, baby girl, go handle that. The bathroom's over there.
I always think it's crazy where guys, they're like, oh yeah, they come in 2 minutes. I wish I could come in 2 minutes.
Look,
sometimes I hold my chest like I'm going to have a heart attack some days.
Bro.
I have to take a Lipitor before I start this shit nowadays.
No, it can happen. When that pussy real good, and then the Kegel muscles start clenching, and you just hit that right stroke, I might have had like one or two where like under 3 minutes, it was over.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like a short performance for me is like 10, 12 minutes.
I hear you. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
That's like a short performance.
But that's good pussy. 3 minutes, that's some great, amazing pussy. You should be applauding yourself, you know what I'm saying, when it's that good, all right?
Yeah, when a girl's like, it's like 2 minutes, you're kind of like, oh.
You're like, damn.
2 minutes? What is it like?
Yeah, is
it like gold flakes on it and shit like that?
No, gold flakes all day long.
Yeah.
It's like Wagyu beef.
The right marbling and everything.
Oh God!
But it is true. Like these guys, younger guys nowadays, from what I hear, is they don't treat guys good. They don't treat women good, and then they give 2 minutes of dick. So now I know why women want to be like more promiscuous.
Right.
But, kind of going out there, I think that after you get out of a long-term relationship, whether it be like more than 2 years, I would say, you really need a good 4 to 6 months to yourself.
Cleansing.
And don't go fuck everything. Don't do it.
Don't do that.
Because you know what? By the time there may be your dream man or dream woman, and you fuck somebody weird in a weird friend group, you know that one friend in every friend group that's like that real easy dude with the weird cock, or but he's really weird looking, but everybody likes him.
Everybody loves him.
The weird girl who's maybe like either too skinny or overweight or big boobs or small boobs or whatever. She's got a big mole, whatever it is, and you fuck that girl. Though. You fuck that girl, but he fucked so and so.
Yeah,
it's no good.
And it happens that way too, because you're always going to meet that one individual, right? That one female, that one male. I'm like, look, it could have went down between us, but you fucked my friend, so it can never ever happen. I fucked your friend like 20 years ago, though. It can still happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's 20 years ago.
Some people don't ever live that down.
Now they hold on to that shit forever,
right?
Forever.
Yeah.
But you know what's that? That's some good pussy right there. When you can get to like 20 years later, and you did fuck her friend, and then she finally throw them Scooby snacks at you, and you're like, you know what? This is some amazing pussy right here.
You're right. Have you ever rekindled with somebody like after like, let's say 10 years, just like a hookup, like somebody maybe dated with? I'll never forget when I was, I think I was like 17 or 18. I thought I met the love of my life. Oh, I love her so much. And she broke up with me. She broke my heart. And then I finally caught up with her when I was about 23, and I was all excited. I was gonna fucking finally get the pussy again. And I'm like, I thought about this motherfucker for 5 years. Wow. I fucked my whole life up over this. Holy shit!
Oh, it was the worst.
Oh, it was just the worst, because every few years your brain changes. And if you ever notice, you ever look at like an ex and you say, God, what was I thinking?
Oh, of course, we all been there.
What was I thinking? Yeah,
definitely. And when you're looking at the ex like that, it's almost as if, was it always that way when I was with him or her? Was it all like already on the verge of becoming what you see today? And you're like, what the fuck is this? Was it the what the fuck is this when you were there? But it was so good. The relationship was so good you didn't see it. But when the relationship was over, after everything was already fucked up, then you're like, yeah, I done wasted all my time. I done wasted 2 years, 5 years on that right there. I could have been elsewhere.
You know what else is the ultimate revenge when you're trying to move on? Is do not even acknowledge their existence.
That's some shit that hurts.
At all. Don't post memes about them. Don't text them. Don't say this is my favorite song. Don't fucking message. Don't message their new boo, guy, girl, whatever the fuck you're into. Nothing. Move on with your fucking life like nothing ever, like they never existed. They will be so mentally fucked up because you are not even conversation for them. They'd be like, okay, you broke up with me? No big deal. I appreciate everything we had, and just leave them. It will fuck them up.
It will.
Because I know girls that just follow guys. I know a girl and I love her. She's a good friend of mine, but literally she stalks her ex. Every time he likes a picture on Instagram, every time he follows someone, every time I swear she has a cut and paste message.
Wow.
He's a bad guy. Don't do this. He, can't feed him after midnight. He farts in his sleep. He has, toe fungus.
So she's still talking about him.
Yeah.
So she still misses him.
And I don't understand, what guy is going to be like, you know what? She's embarrassed me 47 times, but that means she loves me. I can't wait to go back.
Dudes we don't care.
Use a restraining order.
Right.
And some occasional dick, because girls that are that nuts, you're going to give the occasional dick to.
Yeah.
Right?
You have to.
You're like, you're fucking nuts. I'm going to fucking
you.
pay for this shit, but this is going to be a great orgasm. And it literally, as soon as you're pulling out, you're like, God damn it. And it starts to cycle all over again.
The crazy thing is, we know. Fellas always know when shit is over, but you always have that revolving door if you need to go back. You know exactly which women will automatically let you always come back in, no matter how many times you fuck up. And so when women are trying to figure out why the guys always fuck up, it's because you allow us to do so. You allow us to fuck up because you keep taking us back. You allow us to fuck up. It's like, okay, here's your past to keep fucking up. He's not shit. He'll never ever be shit, but I love him.
Yeah.
But I love him. I love my ain't shit nigga right there. That's what that is. That's what that is.
And it's true. It's the ones, and girls also, if you have a guy that's saying, hey, listen, and they're in their breakup phase, maybe the 4 or 6 months when they first leave their significant other, guy or girl, if they're like, oh, I'm so busy, I can't do this, I'm so busy, and work is busy. I own fucking 6 businesses. And, for everyone else, I was always too busy. And when I met this girl that I'm with now, everything fucking stops.
You have all the time in the world.
I have this fucked up unfinished tattoo. But when I was seeing everybody else, this motherfucker got done,
Right.
So it's like you make time. Don't be like, well, listen, it's Monday and maybe Friday afternoon we can get together for a Starbucks. Don't play that hard to get shit. If you really like the fucking guy, go for it.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Never ever let an individual tell you that they do not have time.
Bullshit.
Right? Because what you want out of somebody else, just like you were saying, you're always going to make time for. If you want to be with him, if you want to be with her, you're going to always find that time, even when you have kids. Even when you have, because if they get dropped off at somebody's grandmother's house, if they get dropped off to their daddy, whatever the case may be, I want to be with you, so I'm going to make time for you. Whether that's an hour, whether that's 3 hours, whatever the case may be, 7 days out of a week, you could still end up seeing somebody about 3 of the 7.
Have you ever driven a couple hours for some pussy?
Yes, I have.
And I have too.
Yes, I have.
Hey, right, because right then at that moment, that was priority.
Exactly.
You want to know something? And now I think it's so funny nowadays, people can't even make up, 30 minutes or 40 minutes to get fajitas at fucking Chili's.
Right.
And they come out fast.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yeah, and it's true because everyone's like, well, he doesn't have time for me. He's working. What does he do? Oh, he works for the state. Motherfucker, dude out at 5 o'clock.
Right.
He works from 9 to 5.
With some good ass benefits too.
Exactly. At least meet you for happy hour. At least show oh, I'm just so stressed out. Well, you want to know, if I'm stressed out, my girl coming over and de-stressing my ass.
I think happy hour was actually created for the individuals that say they don't have time. That's what happy hour truly is. It's
they're happy it's there.
Let's all just link up, happy hour. You know what I'm saying? Have a couple drinks, talk about whatever. Get a quick fuck in the back room. You know what I'm saying? Because you always know somebody at some given restaurant. You could go fuck in the back room.
Girls, you have to kind of play the odds game. If you do like a guy and he is kind of dusting you and you really like him, as a last resort, whoop that pussy on him. Come out with all the fucking tricks. Yeah. Because sometimes, you ever just start dating somebody you didn't really like, but all of a sudden they're just always there and they whoop that good ass on you? I'm just kind of like, I guess I'm dating her. Yeah.
Right. I guess when they hit you with, what are we? When shit is going real smooth, real cool, and then she just happens to come over that one day, you're going to get hit with it. What are we?
And usually you're on your phone with that. What are we? And you're like, let me Google that motherfucker. We are entangled. It's
right. This is
you don't know
situationship.
Yeah.
I like a situationship. Situationships are amazing, Ryan. Just keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Should a lady ever ask you, Ryan, what are we? Baby girl, this is a situationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could end at any given moment. Go ahead and fuck up if you want to.
Well, you know, when you're in a situationship too, especially right after a breakup, and you go out and you're trying to have a good time, and you go out and you always put your best foot forward. You're like, this person's nice to me. They are. Guy's being a gentleman, woman's being a lady. They're being so attentive. Everything you tell them, they laugh. It's so interesting. Oh, they can't wait. And they're feeding you, appetizers.
Shit, right?
Oh, can I butter your biscuit? And all sorts of crazy shit. And you have a good time, but you're like, you know what? I'm not ready right now. And then what you do is you go out with somebody else,
right?
Maybe same area, and they're buttering your biscuit and they're doing all sorts of crazy shit. And you bump into that other person that you took out a week prior. That's a fucked up situation.
Because they know watching what you were doing with somebody else, the same thing you did with her, and like, this motherfucker here.
Oh, and that's happened to me. That's happened to me in restaurants. And I'm sitting there and you're trying to play all cool and you're like, and the girl's like turned her seat and drinking a glass of wine. Like it's fucking basic.
With the dead stare? You getting that dead stare?
The dead stare looking at you. And their friends talking to them, they don't know nothing. And they're talking about it like, yeah, that motherfucker's looking at me.
Of course.
Make it uncomfortable the whole entire fucking time. But, like I said, guys, watch out. Because if there's somebody in a certain friend circle, don't fuck the friend. No. Like, when I married my ex-wife, I was dating somebody, and I married her best friend.
What the fuck for?
No, it worked out great. It worked out great.
Y'all ain't even together, guys. So it couldn't have worked out that perfect. Let me tell you something, man. You put yourself in a situation that was bound to be fucked up for individuals that can share stories about you. You don't want that at the end of the day.
It took a lot of like backpedaling and unraveling.
Yeah, come on, man. Don't set yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I really didn't love her. I love you more because of this,
How do you get the girl? How do you get the girl of your dreams? How do you do that?
Like I said, guys have it all wrong. It's mainly personality, drive, be good and bad. Okay. It's really not the size of your bank account,
No.
Because I was raised poor. And I mean, like, in my 30s, I was making, 7 figures every year. And I was never hurting, and nothing really changes. You do meet some gold diggers along the way, but as you get along, when you meet someone, just don't spoil the shit out of them, and you just kind of keep going through and you find the person that, you think is going to be your total match. And, like your twin flame, that's what they call it. When someone's the identical person with you, your soul splits in two. And I feel that's what I got now. But, you really just don't put it out there. Don't try to show off money. Girls don't give a shit about that.
No, not really. Not really. That gel is everything. When you can gel with somebody, I think that helps building from the foundation of that communication. Like, I need communication to be our foundation. At least I know we can always talk to each other. Like, you're an adult, I'm an adult, right? So whatever it is that you may feel that I am not providing to you, what I'm not providing in the relationship, talk to me about it. Don't be afraid to tell them. Don't let me guess. I'm never going to figure it out. If you think waiting for me to figure out what our problem is going to help our relationship, it's not. You have to open your mouth, because closed mouths do not get fed. You have to open your mouth and you have to let me know what it is that you want, so then therefore I can work on me to be better for you.
You also have to find out what the girl's hot button is. You don't know. I mean, if you're a hardcore meat eater, naturally, you're probably not going to end up falling in love with a vegan.
No, probably not.
It's just not going to happen. So you have to be realistic about your goals.
Okay.
Also, just have conversation with them. Men lack the ability to even have conversation with a woman nowadays.
True.
That is the biggest fucking problem. They basically have a picture of them in France next to the Eiffel Tower. They're on the beach in Aruba. They got a 6-pack abs. They got a sleeve, and they think that's enough. And they got a supercar. That's really not enough. That's enough to get you fucked.
Right.
Okay. But that's not enough to really fall in love with the girl of your dreams. That's why, if you notice, more successful relationships come out of people who have less.
Oh, indeed. Indeed.
You always notice that?
Yeah. Even same with marriages, too. You have that big, extravagant wedding that you always wanted to plan. She has the biggest rock on her finger. The diamond itself to $40,000, and they don't even make it 1 year.
Nope.
But the marriages at like 10, 20, 30 years, the things that your grandparents had, that was some shit in the backyard. That was some shit in the backyard with a ring that was passed down about 4 or 5 times, a family heirloom, whatever the case may have been, and they stuck it out. They weathered the storm, every single fucking storm. Whereas right now, when an individual sees cloudy skies, they're ready to run away.
Yeah.
The storm didn't even come. They're just ready to run.
Well, it's true because you know what? The second they get a bad night with somebody, they go through their DMs and they're like, who can I talk to? I need some attention. I need that dopamine. Because you want to know, it's a here and now nation. Everybody wants to feel that. What really gets us turned on? It's the ding, it's the buzz, it's the like, it's the, it's the comment. That's what really gives us that attention. And nowadays when our partner goes limp on us for 35 seconds, we become real fucked up creatures.
There's a difference between love and being in love. We're going to touch on that definitely on the next podcast, but I think it's something that's big.
And listen, we also, another big shout out to our sponsors at Watch My Diamonds on Instagram. Reach out to Dimitri. He's absolutely fantastic. If you need an engagement ring, a Rolex, an AP, a Patek, whatever, he's got it all.
He got everything that they need?
Everything. Everything. I mean, I can't even get, there's this chain, this 30 karat chain that I just fell in love with. And I'm not even that big of a jewelry guy. Also, at Prometronics, if you're looking to start your own business, check out Prometronics.com or at Prometronics on Instagram. If you're building your own website, branding, any kind of advertising, they can take care of you too. And now this is going to be on YouTube. I'm so excited. You're a legend, YouTube legend. So
look, dirty little details. It's everything you need, man. All the information, relationships, food, sex, good, bad, and the ugly. It's happening right here with your main man, Daym Drops. And of course, Johnny Mac, the legend, Connecticut duo, man. We're just taking over. Legendary is all the vibes that you're getting. Ladies, tune in. Fellas, tune in. You know what time it is.
Follow us at Dirty Little Details on Instagram.